Good boy. Jesus. Yeah. There we go. There she is. Old camp. Home sweet home. All right, boys. All right. Good boy, Donzo. You did good, baby. Oh, you're stuck. Oh, there you go. Got a little bit of firewood. I like to keep the hardwood for overnight. And I figure I'd keep it dry if I could. But obviously the hardwood burns longer and hotter. So overnight when it gets chilly and cold and I don't want to have to keep getting up every 5 minutes, put more wood on the fire, that's when I use my harder woods. Like, I'll search out some locusts around here. I like burning locusts overnight. Burns real hot and for a good little bit of time. So that's probably my favorite overnight burn. Locust, some oak if I have it, some ash. Ash burns great. So any of those. I haven't been down here in a while. I got a lot of wood to pick through, which is good. Get myself stocked up. Be right back, Bubba. Ooh. Man. Look at that big old lunker. That's a pretty big pile of bear poop. Yeah. Of course. Got my 357. So, thought about bringing my 20 gauge single shot, but I carried the axe in my hand instead of the 20 gauge. That's what it would have been. I would have one or the other. So I chose the axe and the 357. Some jacketed soft points. Got some Ultimate Hunter rounds from Underwood. I've got some hard cast lead, flat nose rounds from Underwood. Pack a punch. I think I also have a few. I think I have 12 rounds of some defensive ammo. Pack a punch. Yeah. Right. Wrapped some steaks up in my shemagh and my vest. Got them at the grocery store this morning, and they're still cold enough. They're gonna be good. Sometimes I'll freeze them the night before, and then pack them out and eat them the next day. But I figured first night out, time to eat some steak. Oh boy. Ooh, that's hot. It's about 7:30. Just starting to get dark. What's my bub doing? Schmergle burgle. Yeah, you come check it out with me. Make sure it's okay. You love the night. I think he'd prowl around the property all night if I let him. This is when he usually starts waking up, getting fired up. I mean, he'll fall asleep in the room with us, but I know he'd rather be prowling around. Love me, Bubba. You gonna keep me warm.
That's good.
I was just thinking about, while I was sipping on my coffee, how much firewood it takes to get you through even just one night. It's not even cold yet, but y'all saw the pile I created yesterday, and I do that every time I'm out doing an overnighter. You know, I always try and show a little video of whatever wood I've gathered and how big of a pile it is, because it's a lot of work. Like, it's tough when you're a one-man show. Like, if you're out with some friends and everybody can coordinate to get the jobs done, makes it so much easier. Like, last time I went out, it was with a friend of mine, and we went up in the mountain, and just having him there, being able to help a little bit with the firewood, made all the difference, because you do need a lot. And I see, you know, I'm not saying some of these channels are bad. Like, a lot of them are much better than I am, like a whole lot better, but I don't ever see a pile of wood. Do y'all ever see a pile of wood in these overnighter videos? I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm old school. I like having a fire all night, especially once it gets cold. It was like upper 30s last night, and this fire was nice. Virgil actually slept by the fire, and Bonzo and I slept under my tarp. But where's the pile of wood? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, where's the pile of wood in all these overnighter videos? There's never a pile of wood. And maybe they just are starting a quick little fire to do a little show with it, putting it out, and then just sitting around at camp the rest of the night. I don't know. I'm not trying to be, you know, one of those jackasses that is controversial, you know? I'm not trying to be one of those guys that's like, well, you know, it could be like a nice axe or something like that that everybody likes, and then there's that one guy that's like, why this is the worst axe, or why I don't like this axe, or, you know, different videos like that. There's all kinds of crap on the internet, I guess. Shoot, I put out crap. You know, a lot of people might think my stuff's junk, and it's all right. Everybody's got an opinion, and everybody does it their own way. And I'm doing this anyway, so I might as well film it and put it on YouTube. I'm not getting anything out of this except to have a little bit of fun. And it's also nice that one day, you know, I can look back and just, you know, watch times I had with my dogs out here and different friends. Like, my brother's come out with me before, and that was pretty cool. You know, I hadn't seen him in like 20 years, and he ended up coming to visit, and me and him got out actually this same little camp spot, and then we'd went on a hike, me and him and my other friend. So, you know, it's just nice to have those memories documented. I'm not trying to document my whole life, but just a couple you know, good times out in the woods. It's cool to be able to look back on it, no matter how terribly I filmed it. It is what it is. You know, just try and get better, right? That's all I can do, is just always try and get better. Like, I'm sure my videos are way too long for most people, and if I cut it down to like a 10 or 15 minute video and just, you know, showed tiny little clips here and there just to piece the whole thing together, you get the experience. But for me, it's not the same as making a 40-minute long video or an hour-long video and just showing different things that you wouldn't normally see in these short videos. Like, how long it actually takes to saw through a frickin' piece of locust when it's seasoned by the river. I mean, it takes me 5 minutes to saw through a 8-10 inch round piece of seasoned locust with that buck saw. And I don't know, using this large axe for a 3 pounder, which isn't a large axe, but it's larger than what I normally take out here. It actually processes wood. I would say it probably does it a little bit faster, and I can actually break it down even more, split it down even more than I would be able to with just sawing rounds and stacking them in a pile. I can split them down even more into half rounds or quarter rounds, depending on how big, the tree is. And it kind of like helps me to conserve wood a little more, I feel like. And it's fun. You just got to be real careful. Like, an axe is no joke. You swing and miss, like, especially, like, I'd have to hike 3 miles out of here to hit a road. And, if I chop half my foot off, am I going to be able to hike 3 miles of railroad tracks out to the road and then try and flag somebody down to get that extra mile? So just gotta really pay attention with an axe a lot more than you do with a saw. And I feel like it definitely processes wood a little faster if you know how to swing an axe. And I'm not saying I'm good at swinging an axe, but I'm proficient enough to where I can I feel like get the job done in a timely enough manner. It's not going to be the prettiest job in the world, but it's good enough, and that's what counts, right? So I don't know, I'm going to get my day going, and we'll see where it leads. But I'm going to enjoy my morning, sip some more coffee, hang out with the pups, feed them, relax for a bit. Yeah, man. Woo. Man, that feels good. It's about 50 degrees out. I don't know how warm that water is, but oh, that feels refreshing in the morning. Bald eagle. Eagle. Well, that was pretty cool. Here, did you find me? All finished. Good job, dude. Sorry, birds. This old slip joint found at the flea market. Kissing crane. Old one. It's hard to sharpen, but it's getting there. Maybe at some point I'll get around to doing a little video on it. Gotta go get some water. Adventure time. Man, this is such a big sycamore. Very cool. That's about the biggest one I've seen. They used to get 2 or 3 times as big as that. They get hollowed out on the inside like it's looking right here, and people would spend the night in them. Frontier times. We've sawed them all down and ruined them all. That is one big older sycamore. Pretty cool. I thought I was going to get 2.5 charges off of my battery pack, and I only got 1.5 charges off my battery pack, so I've been having to turn my phone off all day to try and save the little bit of battery I have left. I think I'm down to like 35%, so just gotta try and be conserving with it and hope I can make it through to the end of our adventure. Yeah, she's sharp. Shaved my last few hairs off my arm again. This is some darn good steel. Man, Really nice steel. It was hard to sharpen. See how long it holds an edge. Whoever had the knife before me put those marks there on. That was not me. I'm going to try and buff that out. But I'm pretty sure this blade is laminated as well as carbon steel, which is pretty cool. It's an older one. It's a Kissing Crane that's old enough to where they weren't doing their little laser etching on the blades. Like there's one that looks like this called the Brown Mule. That's basically a side buster style. I've been wanting a slip joint, like a bigger slip joint. I think this is about a 3.5 inch blade. And it's just really cool blade. But I got it sharp now. It took a while. I had to use diamond sharpeners. Tough steel to sharpen. Reminded me of those old buck knives before they changed the steel to 440C. It used to hold an edge forever, but you couldn't get it sharp again. Nobody could get them sharp. They complained, so they switched the steel to 440C. I wonder what this is. I'll have to try and do a little research, see if I can find out. But this sucker, it is definitely springy. I'm putting a lot of pressure on it to get it to move. It's got a lot of snap. I'll take this old vintage knife over a new one any day. Old German steel. Nice and patinaed wooden handles on there. Wooden scales. Probably walnut. This already has a story. I just got to add to it, you know. Very cool blade. Yeah, I'm going to try and buff those marks out. What a shame. I think the dude that sold the knife, I buy stuff from him occasionally, drawing knives and like half hatchet heads, things like that. He always sells everything for a really good deal compared to what you buy it on eBay. And he's got cool stuff. He's got old cool stuff. So I try and get something from him every time I go to the flea market. And this caught my eye right when I was getting ready to leave his table. I'm glad I got it. Cool knife. Yeah, I'll probably do some kind of review on it, even though you probably be hard to buy and find. Just on this old vintage cool pocket knife after I've carried it for a while. Well, I'm going to enjoy this fire. What time is it? 8:20. 8:23. These boys are already out for the count. Long, hard day of having fun. I don't know who's killing who. That daddy longleg is killing that centipede, or if that centipede has a lockdown on that daddy longleg. Two trees, squirrel, I'm a pretty good shot. Oh, cooker on the fire on a mountain top. and we won't go hungry. We'll make it on through. As tough as nails, that's what we do. So late in the evening, when the sun's gone down, sitting by a fire, no one around. Look at me, I look back. We'll always be happy with a little wolf pack. Early in the morning, late in the evening, we go running round the river. Late in the evening, early in the morning, up in the mountain, that we call home. That was two bald eagles together. That's pretty cool. They just perched up on a dead tree right up in there. I can see it, but I'm sure you ain't gonna be able to pick it up on the camera. They're still up there. See? One left. Here goes the other. Rolling up through the gorge. They chilled up there for a while. Found a bunch of boards this time. Always looking through the driftwood. I gotta figure out what to do with all of them. Got those. That's a nice 10 by 8 or 12 by 10 or something. Here's an old board, 6 by 6. I got some logs I picked up this time along the river, some rounds. Be some fun when I come back, as long as nobody screws it up. Right, Burgle? What? Hacking her up. Yes, sir. Getting her packed up and ready to head on back. I think we might have one more train rolling through. And then I guess this is going to finish this video out because my phone's on 5% power. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you on the next one. See ya. Goofy boy. Smurgle-burgles. Is he a burgles? Is he? Is he a burgle? I know he is. Come on. Sitting out here having a little fire, editing this video. Figured why let a good train cross and go to waste, right? I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!